Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Northwood Football Report. I'm Travis McCurdy, joined by the head coach, Leonard Haynes. And, Coach, can't ask for much more than a senior day Expo victory, 35-21 over Saginaw Valley. And it was an interesting game, but once you guys really kind of turned the switch on, it was a great performance for your team.
Yeah, I tell you what, it was a great day all around. We had a lot of things going on campus that day, with Alumni Day, with Senior Day, and obviously the Expo. And our guys came out and performed. You know, they played for 4 quarters. You know, the one thing about this team, I've always said, they never stop. They never quit. And, you know, the one thing you don't see when we're down and having adverse situations, that they don't turn on each other. They don't point the finger. They just know they got to keep working.
I say it was a strange game because at one point in the press box, we're late in the second quarter, and we were talking that this might be a 0-0 double overtime game. And then you flip the switch, and all of a sudden, both teams score in the last 4 minutes. Let's talk about that moment in the game, because I thought it was particularly important that after Saginaw Valley scored to take that 7-0 lead, you guys responded with a drive that included having a 3rd and 25 that you guys keep the drive alive, end up scoring on, and sending that game to the halftime tie. I think was a big part of that game.
Yeah, that was a big moment in the game. You know, going down 7, our guys responded. And all of a sudden now we're down 21-7 at one point, and our guys again responded in a way where, and some adjustments obviously were made, but our guys really, again, never flinched, and they just stayed true to the plan, and they outworked them, I guess. And Saginaw Valley is a good football team, and their defense came in here, the number one team in rush defense, and so we knew it was going to be a feat to get over, and our guys just came out, and I tell you what, I'm proud of how they attacked them and how we played and how we executed down the stretch.
Yeah, you mentioned it got to 21-7. They scored on a couple of really long scoring plays early in the third quarter. And outside that one scoring drive, to that point, the offense hadn't done much. But something clicked where you guys made adjustments. The guys executed well. But from that point on, you scored touchdowns on 4 straight drives. Anything in particular you think that happened in that stretch?
No, nothing. I think we just executed and we made some plays, and that's what it's all about. That's what this game is about. You know, who's going to step up and make plays, and I believe our guys stepped up and made some plays when it counted, and that's what you want at the end of the day. When you face with some adversity, how are you going to respond? And our guys, again, never tucked their tail. They said, hey, let's go, and they executed, and guys blocked very well, we thought, from an offensive standpoint, and we ran the ball very well, in that second half, and again, I think those are a testament to this team and their toughness and their belief.
The offensive line they get far too much blame when things don't go great, and they don't get hardly any credit when things go well, it seems like. But from that point on, 21-7 on, that may have been as good an offensive line performance as we've had around here in a long, long time. To rush for over 350 against a team that is a really testament to how well those guys play.
Yeah, we definitely recognize those guys on Sunday when we meet, and I think as I watched the film, we blocked very well, and again, Joe and our running backs ran the ball very well. It's seeing the holes, they were patient, and when you're patient and you let those holes develop, hey, things happen, and so those big hogs up front, man, we definitely appreciate them.
Defensively, it was an interesting game, again, because Saginaw made some plays, but your defense made some big plays. Chad Samuels was the GLIAC Defensive Player of the Week, 2 first-half interceptions. But going back to the line, your defensive line, and particularly in the second half after it got to 21-7, the thing that was great about it was they all played well, and they all made big plays.
Yeah, it was good to see Cam England step up. He had a big sack, and Charles, it's Charles, and Charles had 2 tackles, I think, for loss and a host of other tackles. But, at the end of the day, it was a good team win, and the defense definitely did their part in the end. Like you mentioned earlier, we had those 2 big plays, long touchdown plays, one to pass, one to run, and, you never know how a team's going to respond to that. But our guys definitely hunkered down, and I tell you what, again, I'm proud of those guys, how when it counted, they stepped up and made the plays when it counted, and that's all you can ask.
So now 6-4 for guaranteed the first winning season since 2007, but 6-4, 6-5, and 7-4. There's a huge difference there, and you've got one more test ahead of you. going on the road to Northern Michigan. Northern's record is not that great, but again, like every other team in the GLIAC, you look at their results. They've lost a lot of games, but they've lost a lot of games they easily could have won with a break here or there.
Yeah, I believe Northern's a very good football team. They're a good 1-8 football team, I guess, one of the best. And so they play tough. They play real tough. They have a great running game. I believe they have a good young football team. And their quarterback is a freshman. You know, he's doing some good things for them, and they have a host of receivers. But the one thing I know is that running back is one of their strong points, and so definitely he'll be a focal point for sure. But at the end of the day, I think they play some good football, and so it doesn't matter what the record is. You know, I tell our guys our goal is to take care of Northwood business as always, and it's all about the preparation. You know, it shouldn't change from, you know, the first week to the last week at the end of the day. And I told our guys just can't be satisfied with that, and we got to prepare, you know, going into this last game to finish it the right way.
We've mentioned all throughout the year how proud you are of your team for the way they fight and have fought throughout the year. I thought Northern Michigan showed a lot of fight last week against Wayne State. You've won one game all year. You fall behind big early, and they eventually down by 3 scores at one point, and they came back to take the lead at Wayne State last week. This is a team that's not going to quit either. Just like you've been proud of your team, they've shown the same fight this season.
Yeah, as we go through film, you could tell these guys, like you said, they had close games, and they're going to fight. And that Wayne State game was another, you know, testimony to that. You know, and so those guys, again, they're going to fight too. You know, they're trying to finish their season the right way as well at the end of the day, because the only thing that matters is the game that you're playing now. And at the end of the day, we have to go take care of our business. And we do that, we'll be fine. But you definitely have to enter this game understanding that it's the GLIAC and anything can happen, but let's go take care of Northwood business.
As always, it's about Northwood, not about the other team. That's been a consistent theme on our show throughout the year. So, Coach Haynes, congrats on the X Bowl win. It's good to see that X being blue, and good luck this weekend up in the Upper Peninsula.
Thank you, Travis, and go Mad, baby.